Good day, learners! Welcome back to another episode of Learning Mathematics 7 here at OCNHS TVBI. I'm your teacher Jen. Together, let's be math tibay, math talino, and math galing! As we are starting our today's task, I want you to bring out your pen and your self-learning module. Ready? And now, let us explore the concept or properties of operations on the set of integers.
Objectives: state and illustrate the different properties of the operations on the set of integers. Rewrite the given expressions according to the given property. Let's have a review. Perform the indicated operations. Apply the rules of the operations on integers. You have 20 seconds to answer. Time's up! And now, let's answer number 1. 5 minus negative 2 is equal to 7. Number 2, negative 18 plus 2 is equal to negative 16. Number 3, negative 8 multiplied by negative 4, we have 32. Number 4, negative 10 divided by 2 is equal to negative 5. And last, 25 minus negative 40 is equal to 65. I hope that you got the correct answers.
The concept or properties of operations on the set of integers.
First property, the closure property. Two integers that are added and multiplied remain as integers. The set of integers are closed under addition and multiplication. The closure property of addition for real numbers states that if a and b are real numbers, then a plus b is a unique real number. Let's have an example. Adding of two real numbers produces another real number. 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. 6 is a real number. The closure property of multiplication for real numbers states that if a and b are real numbers, then a times b is a unique real number. For example, 5 times 3 is equal to 15. 15 is a real number. The second property is commutative property. Changing the order of two numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change the value. That is, a plus b is equal to b plus a. A times b is equal to b times a. For example, 3 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 3. Since 3 plus 5 is equal to 8 and 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, then they are both equal. Another example, 5 times 2 is equal to 2 times 5. Since 5 times 2 is equal to 10 and 2 times 5 is equal to 10, so they are both equal. Take note that subtraction and division are not commutative. Is 10 minus 5 is equal to 5 minus 10? Since 10 minus 5 is equal to 5, and 5 minus 10 is equal to negative 5, hence subtraction is not a commutative. In division, 1 divided by 2 is equal to 2 divided by 1. Since 1 divided by 2 is equal to 1/2, and 2 divided by 1 is equal to 2, hence division is not a commutative. Let's move to the next property, the associative property. Changing the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change its value. The quantity of A plus B plus C is equal to A plus the quantity of B plus C. And the quantity of A times B times C is equal to A times the quantity of B times C. Take note that operations inside the parentheses should be solved first. For example, the quantity of 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus the quantity of 3 plus 4. Let us check if both sides of the expression are equal. The quantity of 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. The quantity of 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 plus 2. 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Another example. The quantity of 4 times 2 times 2 is equal to 4 times the quantity of 2 times 2. Let's find out if both sides of the expressions are equal. The quantity of 4 times 2 is equal to 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is equal to 16. The quantity of 2 times 2 is equal to 4 times 4, that is equal to 16. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Take note, subtraction and division are not associative. The quantity of 1 minus 2 minus 3 is equal to 1 minus the quantity of 2 minus 3. The quantity of 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1 minus 3. Negative 1 minus 3 is equal to negative 4. The quantity of 2 minus 3 is equal to negative 1, subtracted by 1. 1 minus the quantity of negative 1 is equal to 2. Negative 4 is not equal to 2. Hence, subtraction is not associative. In division, the quantity of 12 divided by 6 divided by 2 is equal to 12 divided by the quantity of 6 divided by 2. The quantity of 12 divided by 6 is equal to 2. Divided by 2 is equal to 1. The quantity of 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. 1 is not equal to 4. Hence, division is not associative. The next property is the distributive property. When two numbers have been added or subtracted and then multiplied by a factor, the result will be the same when each number is multiplied by the factor and the products are then added or subtracted. A times the quantity of B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. A times the quantity of B minus C is equal to AB minus AC. Example, 2 times the quantity of 3 plus 4. First, let us distribute 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. Take note that operations inside the parentheses should be solved first. The quantity of 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 times 2. 2 times 7 is equal to 14. On the other side, the quantity of 2 times 3 is equal to 6, plus the quantity of 2 times 4 is equal to 8. 6 plus 8 is equal to 14. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Another example, negative 5 times the quantity of 8 minus 3. First, let us distribute negative 5 to 8 and negative 5 to negative 3. Take note that operations inside the parentheses should be solved first. 8 minus 3 is equal to 5 multiplied by negative 5, that is negative 25. On the other side, negative 5 times 8 is equal to negative 40. Negative 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to negative 15. If we apply the rule in the keep change change, in negative 40 minus the quantity of negative 15, the answer will be negative 25. Therefore, both expressions are equal. Let's move forward to the next property, which is the identity property. Additive identity property states that the sum of any number and 0 is the given number. 0 here is the additive identity. A plus 0 is equal to A. Examples: 0 plus 14 is equal to 14. Negative 24 plus 0 is equal to negative 24. Multiplicative identity property states that the product of any number and 1 is the given number. A times 1 is equal to A. 1 is the multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity property states that the product of any number and 1 is the given number. A times 1 is equal to A. 1 is the multiplicative identity. 39 times 1 is equal to 39. Negative 20 times 1 is equal to negative 20. Remember, any number added to 0 and any number multiplied by 1, the answer will be the number itself. The last property is the inverse property. Additive inverse property states that the sum of any number and its additive inverse is 0. The additive inverse of a number is the opposite sign of that number. That is, a plus negative a is equal to 0. Negative a plus a is equal to 0. Example, 5 plus negative 5 is equal to 0. Negative 25 plus 25 is equal to 0. Multiplicative inverse property states that the product of any non-zero number and its multiplicative inverse or reciprocal is 1. The multiplicative inverse of a number is its reciprocal. Examples, 10 times 1 over 10 is equal to 1. Negative 5 times negative 1 over 5 is equal to 1.
I hope that you fully understood our discussion today because you will try our activity. Are you ready? So, let us begin our virtual quiz.
Identify the property used in each of the statements. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. The quantity of 6 plus 8 plus 10 is equal to 6 plus the quantity of 8 plus 10. Is it associative, closure, distributive, or multiplicative inverse? You have 10 seconds to answer. Okay, the correct answer is associative. Very good. Number 2. Negative 8 times negative 1 over 8 is equal to 1. Is it additive identity, additive inverse, multiplicative identity, or multiplicative inverse? You have 10 seconds to answer. Okay, the correct answer is multiplicative inverse. Good job! Number 3. Negative 2 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 5 plus negative 2. Is it associative, closure, commutative, or distributive? You have 10 seconds to answer. And the correct answer is commutative. Very good. Number 4. 5 times the quantity of 2 minus 4 is equal to 5 times 2 minus 5 times 4. Is it associative, closure, distributive, or multiplicative inverse? You have 10 seconds to answer. Okay, the correct answer is distributive. Again, you are very good. Number 5. Negative 9 plus 0 is equal to negative 9. Is it additive identity, additive inverse, multiplicative identity, or multiplicative inverse? Again, you have 10 seconds to answer. Time's up! The answer is additive identity.